We're back for our daily NBA predictions here on Monday, March 24th. We've got 8 games today in the National Basketball Association. We've got predictions for all of them here today, like we've been doing all year long. Headline tonight, I'd say by the Timberwolves and Pacers. Hell, we got one hell of a game the first time around between those two squads up in Minnesota. Let's see what we get today in the Midwest. Another key games, I guess, the Celtics and Kings play, but we'll get to all these. Oh, Bulls Nuggets. I got a lot to say about that. We'll get to all that, folks. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily NBA predictions here on the channel. Earlier today, we posted our college basketball best bets. I know what you're thinking. March Madness isn't happening today. Well, we got the CBI. We got the CBI today. So make sure to check that video out. Link in the description down below. And also, make sure to go check out our UFC Fight Night Mexico predictions. Brandon Moreno, Steve Erceg in the main event this Saturday in Mexico City. Make sure to check that video out on Greedo Plays MMA and subscribe to Greedo Plays MMA as well. All right, on to the first of our 8 NBA games today. We kick things off, and I'd say the best game of today. The Indiana Pacers taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Give me Indiana. The Magic Lakers are nationally televised today. I mean, I get it. Anyways, give me the Pacers. If you've been watching all year long, you know I'm all over the Pacers, and I do really think this is a good spot for them. Minnesota on the road. They had lost 2 in a row prior to their Pelicans victory at home, but now they got to go to Indiana. The Pacers beat them the first time around with no Tyrese Halliburton, no Miles Turner, no Pascal Siakam. This time, all 3 of them are playing tonight. That was the Obi Toppin game, obviously, where Toppin had the big 3 to win it at the end in overtime. But I keep telling you guys, this Pacers team is so much different and they're so much better when Tyrese Halliburton is on the court. And the Pacers have just been able to survive in their last couple games. You look at the last 4 games they've played, they've all been nail-biters, but they've won all 4 of them, right? The Obi Toppin, or hell, you go back to the Bucks victory. I know they had some games in between, but the Halliburton and 1-3 to win it against Milwaukee on March 11th. Then you look to the overtime victory, the Obi Toppin game in Minnesota. Then win over Dallas at home. I mean, it's a lot closer of a game that you want against the Mavericks, but they won by 4. The win over the Nets, win by 6 in overtime. And the win over the Brooklyn Nets, they won by 5 in their last game. So back-to-back very close wins over Brooklyn, but hell, a win is a win. They now have a big homestand here, or continuation of their homestand, 2 games on Monday and Wednesday against the Timberwolves and then the Los Angeles Lakers coming to town in a couple days on ESPN. But I think they get Minnesota here. I really think so. The Timberwolves, I'm not going to deny that I think they're good. I'm not going to really put much into they lost the Pels, they lost to the Pacers. Again, those are good the Pels aren't good. The Pacers are a good team, obviously, and we get this game again. But the Pels game, things happen sometimes. They got them the second time around and blew them out the second time around. Shout out to Joe Ingles, who got to start that game. Now, only one injury tonight on the Timberwolves injury report, and it is Anthony Edwards. It's the biggest possible, player you could have on here. Edwards is questionable due to a right thumb laceration. That doesn't sound good. So we'll see if Ant plays. I don't know. Regardless of if Edwards plays or not tonight, I like the Pacers to win this game over Minnesota. I think this is one of the best teams in basketball. No, I'm not joking. I do think Indiana, if I had to rank the top 5 teams in the NBA, I might put Indiana at 5. I'd go Thunder, playing right now, I go Thunder, Thunder Celtics. It's just everyone else, isn't it? Thunder, Celtics. I'll still put the Cavs, Lakers, Pacers. I'm serious. Those are my top 5 teams right now. Yes, better than the Rockets. Yes, better than the Nuggets. And the Grizzlies. And the Knicks. Yes. The Pacers right now are the 5th best team in basketball. I think they have the 5th best chance to potentially win the NBA championship this season. That might sound extreme, but I'm telling you, this team finds ways to win, and Halliburton is a game changer. They've got guys. They will be the Timberwolves tonight. I feel pretty confident in it. Give me the Pacers to win at home against the Timberwolves, and they might get the Lakers in a couple days. I don't know. I'll be conflicted. Anyways, here are those aforementioned Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers Magic. I know what you're thinking. Oh, you always pick the Lakers. I do. And I gave all of you guys that warning at the very beginning of the season. But how can I not here? Come on. How can I not pick them to beat the Magic? Okay. I'm every day I tell you that the Magic are going to lose the Chicago Bulls in the play-in. So the Lakers should be able to go there one night and beat the Magic, right? Right? I think so. Paolo Banchero, guys, nobody's talking about it because he plays in the Magic, but Paolo Banchero is secretly playing his way into superstar status in the NBA. He just is. Wasn't an all-star this season, obviously, with his injuries at the beginning of the year, but I'm telling you, yes, Banchero's slowly pushing his way into, top 15 talks. The guy's averaging 26, 7, and 5. It's pretty good stuff. The problem is the rest of his team just isn't really performing like they were last year. Again, we saw the glimpse into the young core last season, but this year the Magic just haven't been the best squad. Wagner's been all right, obviously, but just the team's not really, they're not helping Banchero out. They have traded wins and losses since the beginning of March. So, this means they're due for a loss tonight because the loss against the Bulls on March 6th, a win in Milwaukee, a loss in Houston, a win in New Orleans, a loss in Minnesota, a win in Cleveland, a loss at home against the Rockets, and then a win on the road in Washington. They are due for a loss at this point, but ultimately, yes, the Lakers are the better basketball team. I'm not concerned about the Lakers losing to the Bulls. That might seem crazy. I'm not concerned. Now, I said it yesterday, and I'll say it again. I probably should have listened to my own advice talking about the Bulls, right? I do hype up the Bulls every single day. I say how great they are. I probably should have taken them to cover the spread in that one. But that's just one of the games, guys. The Bulls score 146 points. Who cares? Just one of those nights. The Bulls will give the Cavs trouble in the playoffs, guys. They're going to. They're not going to win the series, I don't think. But I think the Bulls can steal 2 games. I'm serious. I think they can steal like a game 3 and a game 5. I'm serious. I don't really put much in that Lakers loss. Yeah, they didn't look good. They played really sloppy, but it is what it is. Everyone's back for the first time. They're now going to start to get adjusted. They've got to win some games on this road trip. The Lakers are not in danger of falling out the play-in spot, but they do need to start putting together some victories. It's that simple, They still have an outside chance, a very good chance to get the 3 seed, and that's honestly what they should be aiming for at this point. LeBron's back, LeBron's healthy, Rui's back, maybe not starting tonight, Hachimura, but the Lakers should continue to, keep working these kinks out. I think the Lakers tonight are going to beat the Orlando Magic, and I think they are going to cover the 4.5 points as well. I don't trust anybody else in Orlando right now other than Paolo Banchero. So give me the Lakers. Next up, we go to Washington, D.C. We're going to have a little streak here of 3 games with absolutely no playoff implications. So, Raptors, Wizards. Give me the Wizards. This is a full capture the flag game. Obviously, the Wizards cannot catch up to the Raptors in wins, but the Utah Jazz are going to be great observers of this basketball game, obviously, because the Wizards win tonight. They'll have the same amount of wins as the Utah Jazz do. But the Jazz have the tiebreaker, though, right? So the Jazz need the Wizards to win 2 more games. We'll see. This is for whoever gets the best odds of Cooper Flag. Anyways, the Wizards are actually fairly healthy going into this game. Kispert obviously out for the year. Koulibaly out for the year. Malcolm Brogdon, I don't think's playing. But the Raptors, they have situational awareness. They need to start dropping some games. They're the 11 seed right now, and they want to have the best odds out of them, Brooklyn, and Philadelphia. They all have 23 wins. If they can have the least amount of wins between those three squads, their odds improve drastically. Because right now, they have the 7th best odds to land the number 1 pick. If they can fall behind Brooklyn and Philadelphia, they have the 5th best odds. Guys, for as much as you don't want to think it, tanking is such a huge thing for these teams who know they're not going to be in the playoffs. They know they can't be in the play-in. They know they can't be in the playoffs. Everyone wants a chance at a generational talent, right? Toronto's going to try to lose. And tonight, this just feels like a situational game where, the Raptors want to lose. They're saying Brandon Ingram now is going to be reevaluated in 10 days. I mean, what's Ingram going to play the last game of the season at this point? You might as well have shut him down for the year. I guess they want to see him in action before the year ends, but don't expect Brandon Ingram to be back anytime soon. Boucher did not play the other day, yesterday against the Spurs. We'll see if he plays tonight. Jakob Poeltl didn't play. Emmanuel Quickly didn't play. I wouldn't expect many of these guys to play tonight either. I think the Wizards, when the Wizards are fairly healthy, and the Raptors, again, they know where they're at in the standings. They don't want the 7th best odds. They want the 5th best odds. So give me the Toronto Raptors to go into Washington and lose. I'm taking the Wizards to get things done. Games, even odds, just take the money line for the Washington Wizards if you really want to sit here and watch this basketball game. Same could be said about this one. Shout out to you if you're watching this. Oh, I butchered the odds. Oh, my goodness. This should say +1.5, +100. My fault. I'm taking the Brooklyn Nets. I know, this is crazy. Give me the Nets here. I don't care. The Mavericks beat the Pistons. That's a fluke. Until Anthony Davis comes back, the Mavericks aren't going to be a serious threat to win basketball games. AD's back on the injury report, though. He's doubtful tonight with the thigh injury, so obviously AD's not going to be back today, but we can expect Davis to probably be back, probably not tomorrow against the Knicks. Thursday in Orlando, the game happens to be on national television. That's probably going to be Anthony Davis's return. Thursday in Orlando, Florida against the Magic. I think the Nets beat them. The Nets, guys, they've been very competitive recently. I'm going to tell you the last, 7 Nets games, and they've all been very close. No, actually, my God, the last 10 Nets games have all been pretty much very close. I'm going to take you back to March 6th. They lose to the Warriors by 2 points in Brooklyn. They go to Charlotte, lose by 3. They beat the Lakers in Brooklyn by 3 points. They go to Cleveland and lose by 5. They go to Chicago and lose by 6. They play the Celtics the first time around, lose by 2 in Brooklyn. They beat Atlanta at home by 8 points. They go to Boston and lose by 8. And they play back-to-back games against the Indiana Pacers where they lose one in overtime by 6 points and the other one they lose by 5. The Nets are playing really competitive basketball. Obviously, they are far removed from the play-in. They're 7 games out, and for as badly as the Heat have been playing, the Nets are not going to find their way into the play-in. But they have been playing really competitive basketball. The Dallas Mavericks, sure, they're coming off a victory, but I do think the Nets, with the game being in Brooklyn and still the injuries the Mavericks have and the lack thereof of Anthony Davis, I'm going to take the Brooklyn Nets to win this basketball game. No Cam Thomas, that sucks, obviously, but Cameron Johnson, Nick Claxton, and Trenton Watford's been playing really good basketball as of late. 25 points in their last game against Indiana. Tonight, D'Angelo Russell questionable with an ankle injury. Zaire Williams questionable with a hamstring injury. We'll see if those guys play. But, I mean, don't get me started on what the Dallas Mavericks have on their injury report, right? It's still their entire team, it feels like. Caleb Martin out, AD out, Gadford still out, Lively still out. But they're trying to get these guys back. I thought they were just going to throw in the white towel. Lively and Gadford both going to the G League to play for the Texas Legends. AD has done the same. Maybe they are going to try. They should. They're tied with the Suns right now for the 10 seed, and we'll talk about Phoenix's game in a couple minutes or later on in the video. But in this spot, I am going to take the Brooklyn Nets. They've been playing confident basketball. They've been playing better basketball, and they've been playing very tight basketball. So I'm going to take the Nets here to beat the Dallas Mavericks. Until AD comes back, I don't trust Dallas. I don't care they're coming off a win. I'm taking Brooklyn to win this game at home. Next up, Tankathon. The Philadelphia 76ers take on the New Orleans Pelicans. The Pelicans, is crazy that a 19-53 Pelicans team is a 6.5 point favorite against anybody, but if anybody, it's going to be the Philadelphia 76ers. Again, like the Mavs, a team that has just they got completely decimated with injuries, right? Maxi's still out, Oubre out, Bona out, Drummond, Lonnie Walker, Kyle Lowry, adding on top of their stars, McCain, Embiid. PG's a star, I don't know. But, it's just, they're really struggling with injuries. And the Pelicans have been struggling as well. Trey Murphy out for the season. But the Pels should run right through Philadelphia here. This is the second half of a back-to-back. They played Detroit yesterday. CJ McCollum, shout out to him. He had 40 points in that game on the road in Detroit, but they sat all their guys for that game. They don't want Zion, obviously, playing back-to-backs. They didn't want Evis Missy playing back-to-backs either. They saved him for the hometown crowd, which, by the way, you can get into the Smoothie King Center on any given night for $1. I'm not joking. They want Zion to play at home. So that's what's going to happen. Williamson's going to play tonight. Evis Missy's going to play tonight, and it should be a slaughtering. The Pelicans, at their best and healthy, can actually play fairly well. They just obviously got off to that really bad start to the year where, all their guys got injured. DeJounte Murray goes down in the first game of the year. Zion's hurt, and they just fell behind and lost a bunch of basketball games. But as the season's gone on in the second half, sure, they haven't been great, but they haven't been entirely horrible bad at the same time. So against these other horrible bad teams like the Philadelphia 76ers, yeah, they should easily take care of them here. Not to mention, again, McCollum with his 40 points yesterday, and Zion has been very good in the second half since his return. So I'm going to take the Pelicans here. I don't have much to say about the 76ers other than, Quentin Grimes can hoop. We keep just laughing at their starting lineup, but they are seriously putting together Jared Butler, Quentin Grimes, Justin Edwards, Gershon Yabusele, and Ricky Council. Yeah. Maybe Adem Bona comes back tonight. He can start. It's not good. It's not good. Guys, I wouldn't bet this game. If you're betting any of these Tankathon games, probably bet the Wizards. I bet the Nets. Yeah, I bet the Nets. I wouldn't bet this, but sure, New Orleans wins and they cover the 6.5 too. I wouldn't touch it. Next up, we go to our sixth game of the day. Here we go. Chicago Bulls are beating the Denver Nuggets. Yeah. They're going to beat Denver tonight. I don't know if Jokic is back or not. I think Jokic likely will be back. Everything kind of points that he's oh no, he's unlikely to play. Oh, 100% turn me up on the Bulls. Let's go. Oh, hell yeah. I thought Jokic was back. I'm not going to lie. I just put on my Bulls jersey over there. But no, it's okay. Give me the Bulls. Yeah. Guys, Josh Giddey's about to earn himself $120 to $150 million in the offseason. Think that guy's not motivated? 2 steals away from a quadruple double against the Lakers? Don't get me wrong, it pissed me off to watch that game, but I just got to the point in the third quarter when I saw the Bulls knock down everything. I was watching Patrick Williams come off the bench and sink threes with a hand in his face. I was seeing Giddey, again, post a quadruple double. I was seeing Kobe White hitting faders every single chance he got. I just got to the point in the third quarter where the Bulls took a 6-point lead, 8-point lead, and I just laughed. And I said, you know what? This is the NBA. This is why they play 82 games. It's just comical at this point. You know what? I wanted to see history at that point. I wanted to see Giddey complete the quadruple double. When LeBron, just accidentally gave up the ball to Giddey to get him that 8th assist, I was like, you know what? I don't care. All I want to see now, I don't care if the Lakers are going to lose. I just want to see Bronny score and Giddey get the quadruple double. One of those happened. Bronny scored 2 points. Shout out. But, the Bulls, guys, this team, I've been saying it, this team's not that bad. They're really not that bad. Kobe White. And I'll take this. I watched the King of the Fourth Quarter video today. But I did take this from him because, he's been watching Chicago Bulls basketball on a more consistent basis than I have. But Kobe White's using his size to his advantage now. He's a 6'5" guard who kind of plays the 3-2-ish because Josh Giddey's technically the 1. But Kobe White's basically still a guard, and he uses his height now to his advantage. He can shoot over guys like they're not even there now. And Josh Giddey has been phenomenal this season. He's been an excellent playmaker for this team. And Matas Buzelis has been pretty good at the same time. I mean, man, the Bulls aren't bad. They're going to outrun the Nuggets tonight. Guys, Denver doesn't play defense, and Chicago, hopefully they look at this game like they did the Lakers game, chip on their shoulder, and guys, they're not that far behind Orlando. They're 2 games back, the Magic. If they can make a push here, they're going to get in that spot where they get 2 chances to make the playoffs. Hell, they beat the Hawks last year and eliminated the Hawks in the play-in. I know it's a completely different squad now. No DeMar, no Zach LaVine. But they can do the same exact thing this year, at least send the Hawks to the second play-in game. If they win tonight and the Magic lose, the Bulls are only 1 game behind Orlando with 10 games to go, right? It's not that far. It's a very conceivable thing at this point. The Nuggets are on a second night of a back-to-back. They just played the Rockets yesterday. They looked really good. But it's a second night of a back-to-back for them. I don't even know if Jamal Murray's going to play. I don't know. I'm recording this video at, 3 o'clock in the morning. There we go. 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, my camera just went dark. On Monday morning, obviously. Jamal Murray hasn't been ruled out. I don't think Jamal Murray's going to play. He was out for 3 games. Is he going to come back for the second night of? Is he going? Play the Rockets game? Is he going to play the second night of a doubleheader? Probably not. I think the Nuggets are going to overlook the Bulls here. I just think they are, and I really like Chicago to win this game. Josh Giddey's really good, man, and Kobe White's playing great ball this year too. Don't got to worry about Jokic. Turn me up with the Bulls, man. Keep your points. Give me the Chicago Bulls money line. Plus 145 for the Bulls. They walk into Denver and pick up the victory. We move on now to our 7th game of the night. We go to Phoenix, Arizona. I think this is another great potential for some plus money. I like the Milwaukee Bucks to beat the Phoenix Suns. They were underdogs against Sacramento, if I'm not mistaken, and they won. Sure, Lillard didn't play that game. He's not going to play tonight either, but okay, the Bucks have gone on to this West Coast trip and won 2 of 3. The loss was to the Warriors without Steph Curry, but who cares? I know the Suns have won 3 in a row. They beat Toronto. That Bulls win keeps on aging better and better now. And the Cleveland victory was nice. Obviously, that was part of the Cavs' big losing streak. I just present to you Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think the Suns are going to have a lot of trouble dealing with Giannis. I said that in the Sacramento game, too. I was like, all right, well, who's going to deal with Giannis? Keegan Murray? Valanciunas? Giannis had 32 and 17. He's a problem, man. When Giannis is the only star on the court, sure, that's not ideal and that's not going to win you a championship. But in 1 game in the regular season, yeah. That 1 game, Giannis will get you. And he is going to score a bunch of points. And that's exactly what he's going to do tonight. Giannis is going to dominate this game. I fully believe it. The Suns already don't play defense, and sure, they've had some great shooting nights. Do they remain that hot? I'm going to say no. I don't think they're going to. Sure, 3 straight wins are great. They scored 129, 127, and 123 in those 3 games, right? Kevin Durant with 42 points over Cleveland. That is amazing. I just don't think they're able to score at that rate against Milwaukee tonight. You know, I present to you Kyle Kuzma, a defensive presence. We'll see. But I'm serious. I think Giannis will have a big night. The Suns don't play defense as it is. Giannis attacking the paint. Lopez on the outside. Torian Prince in the corner. I think the Bucks have all the tools to beat Phoenix, and I do think the Bucks are getting better as we look now to the playoffs. I'm taking Milwaukee to continue streaking, and I think they're going to beat the Phoenix Suns. Going to be plus money for Milwaukee tomorrow at plus 125. We go on to our final game of the night, and we move to Sacramento, California. As we've got the Boston Celtics taking on the Kings. I'm all over the Boston Celtics in this spot. I get it. They're still on the road trip. They've been on the road for a while now. They go to Phoenix on Wednesday night. They did play yesterday against the Portland Trail Blazers. I do not care. They will beat the Kings. Sacramento, you know, back-to-back losses against the Bulls and the Bucks at the Golden One Center. Domantas Sabonis is still out, if I'm not mistaken. He's not close to being back yet. Here he is close, but he's questionable. Oh, wow. Still, I'm taking Boston. They have a bunch of guys on their injury report. They're going to put out a team, though, right? I mean, Tatum was on the injury report. Kristaps didn't play yesterday. Drew Holiday didn't play yesterday. I'd expect both of those guys back, right? Jaylen Brown likely still out, but with Porzingis and Holiday back in the fold, hell, Tatum won that game kind of by himself against Portland. Sure, again, there was some, other guys played, but Tatum posted 39-9 in that game. The anomaly led Boston to victory in that 129-116 win over Portland. I think they're going to beat Sacramento tonight. The Kings just don't move me at all. They don't. Guys, Boston has now won, 10 out their last 11 games. The only loss being to the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're playing their best ball right now. In Sacramento, I can't say they're playing close to their best basketball right now. There is a world where the Kings actually missed the plan. It would take a lot, but if Dallas, thing is Dallas would need to start winning, which isn't going to happen. But if Dallas and Phoenix do start stacking up victories, which I actually have all 3 of these teams losing tonight, the Kings could fall their way out. They only have a game and a half up on both Phoenix and Dallas, but ultimately they should stay in that. Tonight, though, I think the Celtics get them. Tatum's been playing really good ball. You don't want to hear it because he's Jason Tatum, and we're all kind of sick of Jason Tatum, but Tatum has quietly been a top 5 player in the sport this season, top 7 player in the sport this year, and I don't need to lecture you on how great the supporting cast with the Celtics team is around Tatum, and that's not even mentioning Jaylen Brown, who's injured, right? The Celtics should be able to win this game. I'd expect Kristaps and Drew Holiday to play today because they did not play in Portland last night, and I'd expect them to just dominate Sacramento. The Celtics have everything the Kings don't. Sacramento's not good, guys. Give me the Boston Celtics, go on the road to Sacramento, California, and beat the Kings. So, folks, and cover the 3.5. So, folks, thank you all for watching our NBA predictions here for this Monday slate of games on March 24th. If you have not yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks. Folks, thank you all for watching. And Mamba, forever.